down onto the beach. I don't know how much of this you'll hear because it's windy. As usual with Scottish beaches, it was incredibly windy even though it was sunny. So I've decided to scrap the audio and turn this bit into a voiceover. Elie and Earlsferry is a coastal town and formal royal borough in Fife. It's situated beside Chapel Ness on the north coast of the Firth of Forth. The borough comprised of the linked villages of Elie to the east and Earlsferry, which were formally merged in 1930 by the local government. There's a lot of history in the area, and it was great to think about this while strolling along the sunny stretches of golden sand. Dead crab, what kind of crab are you? Recently deceased, that's what kind you are. Did you know that it's said that Macduff, the Earl of Fife, crossed the Forth here in 1054 while fleeing from King Macbeth? In particular, the legend tells of his escape being aided by local fishermen, an act which may have led directly to the village being promoted to a royal borough status due to Macduff's later influence over Malcolm III. Little is known about the foundation of Elie, but in 1599 it was made a borough of barony by King James VI, and it had become sufficiently important to merit the building of Elie Parish Church in 1639. Its harbour was more sheltered than that of Earlsferry, and it began to poach away trade from Earlsferry. After a great storm in 1766 filled it with sand, Earlsferry harbour was no longer used. So far, this is one of the prettiest places that I've ever been in Scotland and the UK, let alone just near us. You can't really say that it's near us though, because it's about an hour and a half away. But Fife always feels like a completely different place. The etymology of the name Elie is unclear. The name may derive from the Scottish Gaelic Elie, which means tomb, or Elie, which means a passage for boats between two rocks, or even ale plus the suffix in, which means rock place or rocky place. As you'll see shortly, the rocks on this part of the coast of Elie have an amazing origin story. Who's in the house that's got windows built into the wall, look, in the round bit of the wall? Another crab. Bertie, can you walk on the sand? Is it funny? He's sinking in. Oh, little Bertie. Oh, look, Bertie, the lonely tennis ball in the middle of the road. Can you steal this doggie's tennis ball? It really does remind me of Cornwall, or like Wales a little bit, even though we're on the east coast. I think it's because it's a sunny day as well. So if we made like £1 billion and we were going to retire here, what would you say? What's your reason for not doing it?
Too windy.
It's too windy. That's not what you said a second ago. Alex said that the houses don't have very big gardens, but I guess that when you're living here, you've already got the beach, so it makes up for it. They're diving over the water to pick up the flies. As you've heard in the video, the wind was persistently bad for the audio, so voiceover caters back. We decided to take a walk along to the historic harbour and marina. A newly opened cafe was there, a car park, a sauna, a sports hire place and public toilets all make this very accessible. The only issue I could see was that parking could easily fill up on a sunny day during peak season, so I'm glad we parked at Ruby Bay. There is beach access from the seawall back to our car park if the tide's out, which was really useful and saved us walking back down a fairly busy road. Basically 3 different beaches. There's this beach with a little bit over there and the tower. Then there's a bit between the harbour and where we walked, and then the bit we didn't get to was the sand dunes with the typical green grass and kind of like beachy, let's go and put up our windshield and everything for the day. But this is definitely somewhere I'd love to come back to. I think maybe in peak season it'll be quite busy because there are lots of signs saying like keep off this, don't do that. So I'm thinking the locals have tourists coming around and sitting on their garden bits. But right now, on a sunny Wednesday in May, when everyone's at school and we've got work later on, definitely is the best thing to be doing. Next, after a water break and our lunch, it was on to look at the Elie lighthouse. This took us about 10 minutes to walk out to, and the ground was really uneven, sandy and a bit stony. On the peninsula, you get to see the amazing rocks, islands in the distance, and as I mentioned earlier, there's also a signboard about their crazy ancient past. This location was actually suggested to me by one of my subscribers, Jamie, so big shout out goes to him. It was a stunning area. When he told me about the place, he had mentioned a tower. I assumed he meant the lighthouse, but as we walked further onto the headland, I noticed an older tower in the distance. The one I'm walking to here is Elie lighthouse. Just going to make a decision because someone's got a campsite down there, but I've come all this way. I kind of do want to see it and go across the little bridge. The lamp was first lit in 1908 and after several decades of disrepair, it was restored in 2010. The light was originally operated using acetylene gas and was later converted to electric operation in July 1959. Then, in 1969, the lantern was replaced with a buoy lantern out at sea, and the lighthouse ceased to be operational. It's almost like it's completely dried up lava flows. Wow. The Elie Ness Neck is the headland where the lighthouse is. It's a large volcanic vent with well-exposed margins where it interacts with the surrounding rock. I didn't know any of this as I was standing on top of it. I was just guessing that it was lava. I have since found out that there are also unique stones found within the area due to this volcanic activity. These are called Elie rubies, which is why the bay is called Ruby Bay. These red gemstones are found in the volcanic rocks and are a highlight for collectors. They're formed deep within the earth, about 60 kilometres down, and they're brought to the surface within the volcanic rocks. They're actually a form of garnet called pyrops, a vibrant red variety known for its fiery appearance and named for the Greek words pyre, meaning fire, and ops, meaning eye. We will definitely have to come back and do some beach combing to see if we can find any of those. Next, we continued on to the volcanic coast path and over to the old tower I'd seen in the distance. But what was it? The remains of an old castle, perhaps? I don't know if you can hear me because of the wind, but this volcanic bay here, there's a bridge that goes over and takes you to the old tower, and the tide's coming in. There's about 3 or 4 gannets out there. I've seen a cormorant. You can see all of the islands, and then when you get actually over there, I can see another island in the distance. So let's take a look. Further investigation uncovered that this is known as Lady's Tower and was built in 1770 for Lady Janet Anstruther. The local historic society say, as we understand it, she used the tower as a viewpoint where she could sit to watch the world go by and recover from bathing in the sea. She changed in the man-made cave on the beach below the tower. Reportedly, and legend has it, that Lady Anstruther was the daughter of a Scottish merchant and renowned for her beauty and reputation as a flirt. Prior to her skinny dipping, she sent out one of her servants to the town of Elie to ring a bell to let residents know that they should stay away. So there you have it, our first trip to Elie in the Kingdom of Fife in Scotland. What was your favourite bit? Do you think we should go back to look for rubies or maybe hire a paddleboard if the weather stays good? There's so much to do and see in this area. It's on my top 10 list of things you must do if you're coming to the UK, not just Scotland. And as always, stay curious.